think one of the dangers when we're going to be presenting or talking to a large group of people, and that gets in the way sometimes of our confidence and makes us feel a little bit nervous about it, is because we are kind of institutionalized into what we think a talk to a large group of people should do. Maybe it takes you back to school, or it takes you to the lecture theatres at university or something, where somebody would be at the front, generally using very long-winded words and quite complicated issues, and you would have to be really concentrating. And they were very clever, potentially, your lecturers. And there's a feeling that, oh gosh, I need to stand at the front and I need to sound clever and I need to sound intelligent. And we get a little bit worried about that. And I do see a lot of talks where somebody has almost swallowed a thesaurus in their effort to sound clever. And I want you to take a step back from that. And I want you to think about, does that help? Does that serve the audience? I always like to think of talking to an audience as, how am I going to help them? Deliver it as a act of service, if you like, and show them that I care, and I care about their time and their energy and whether they're enjoying it. And the way you say your stuff, and it really doesn't matter whether it's a really highbrow concept or to a very intellectual audience or to a more broader audience who might not understand every concept, but the way you say it shows how much you care about them. So you need to understand your audience and know how much they will already have an understanding of the topic. But actually, if you strip out any jargon and complicated language, you will really help your audience, because they won't have to waste time trying to decipher your meaning, which often, if they're doing, means they miss the next bit of what you are saying. It means that they will be able to stay with you and understand what you're saying the whole time, because the danger of people missing the next few bits of what you're saying, trying to decipher the bit from before that, is that they then lose your train of thought and your track, and they switch off and they disengage. So I would always advise that you minimize the use of corporate or really kind of traditional dull language, regardless of your audience. Because the way to capture people's imagination and actually take them with you is to use simple, authentic language and the art of storytelling, not corporate speak. So you need to be talking to people like they're a human being that you've just met, that you're connecting with emotionally. So use the language that they would use in the pub and at the bar and at home with their families, that speaks to the real them, not the person that they throw on in the office. Now, obviously, I don't mean swearing, but using simple, clear words, not trying to bamboozle your audience and sound cleverer than you are. That's not looking after them. And actually, if you are being yourself and not trying to be a clever dick, it will become so much easier to talk to people. You can worry less about making a mistake, which you are going to probably do if you're using long, complicated words. You just won't look foolish. You will feel confident, you will feel calm, you will be friendly, you will be just so much more enjoyable to watch. And hopefully that will boost your confidence and your enjoyment of talking to an audience.